Have you ever gotten that feeling? That something isn't right, even when everything seems normal? Like a shiver down your spine for no reason, a prickling at the back of your neck. Well, that's exactly how it started for me. It was a weekend trip, a chance for Sarah and I to escape the city, reconnect amidst the quiet serenity of a secluded cabin in the woods. We were young, in love, blissfully unaware of the horror that awaited us. The drive to the cabin was peaceful, the changing leaves painting the landscape in vibrant hues. As dusk settled, casting long shadows across the twisting mountain road, we finally arrived. The cabin itself was charming, a rustic log structure nestled amongst towering pines. We unloaded the car, unpacked the essentials, and settled in for a relaxing evening by the crackling fireplace. Laughter filled the room as we played board games, the warmth of the fire chasing away the evening chill. The next day, we explored the surrounding woods, the crisp autumn air invigorating, the vibrant colors a feast for the eyes. We hiked to a cascading waterfall, the sound of rushing water adding to the idyllic scene. By nightfall, we were both pleasantly exhausted, content in each other's company. Exhaustion soon lulled us to sleep, the gentle crackling of the fire a soothing lullaby. The following morning, a nagging suspicion began to gnaw at me. We had a Ring doorbell at the cabin, a security measure Sarah insisted on. It was connected to our phones, allowing us to see and interact with anyone who approached the porch. But for the past 2 days, it had been eerily silent, nothing but static on the screen. "It must be a bad signal," Sarah said dismissively, but the unease lingered. We spent the day hiking to a scenic lookout point, the breathtaking vista momentarily calming my anxieties. However, as dusk approached and we made our way back to the cabin, the static on the Ring doorbell flickered back to life. My heart hammered in my chest as I pulled up the app. There, on the screen, stood a figure bathed in the dim porch light. A man. Tall, gaunt, with eyes that seemed to bore into the camera. But the most unsettling part was his smile. It was unnaturally wide, stretched far beyond human capability, his lips frozen in a grotesque grin. He didn't move, didn't blink, just stood there, a silent, chilling apparition. A scream ripped from Sarah's throat as we both stared at the screen. My finger instinctively reached for the button to activate the two-way talk function, but before I could press it, the static returned, just as abruptly as it had cleared. The screen went black, leaving only an echo of terror hanging in the air. We spent the rest of the night huddled together, the silence outside broken only by the howling wind and the frantic beating of our hearts. Sleep was impossible, every creak of the cabin, every rustle of leaves seeming amplified by our fear. The next morning, we left. We didn't even bother packing, just threw everything into the car and fled. Back in the city, safe and secure in our apartment, I reported the incident to the Ring company. They sent a technician to investigate, but according to him, there was nothing wrong with the doorbell. No malfunction, no external hack. The footage simply didn't exist. A week later, a chilling notification popped up on my phone. It was a motion alert from the Ring doorbell. With trembling hands, I opened the app. There, on the screen, stood the same man, the same grotesque smile plastered on his face. But this time, he was closer. Right at the edge of the porch, staring directly into the camera. And then, in a voice that sent shivers down my spine, he spoke a single word. Home. We never went back to the cabin, but the question remains, did he ever leave? What happens when the static clears and the smiling man steps inside? That, my friends, is a horror story yet to be written.